Silence.
Order. When Regis Philbin, the popular game show host of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, would ask contestant, is that your final answer? Viewers would be in suspense, at the edge of their seat, hearts pounding in over 30 million homes throughout the world. You could hear even a pin drop as they would wonder if this contestant would be one step closer to becoming a millionaire. Mr. Chairman. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, who wants to be a millionaire?
Good.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Me.
The show gained worldwide popularity for its colossal promise to make a person of an average income overnight a millionaire. The show was phenomenal that it appealed to our natural will to succeed, that desire to catapult from ordinary lifestyle to that of a millionaire. However, as I tuned into that fierce intellectual combat, I pondered the high level of tension and stress that these contestants endured. I thought to myself, there had to be a better way to achieve wealth. So I set out to uncover the secrets. The secrets to success, of which the codes I have broken, and I will share with you tonight. This quest has taken me around the world. The secrets can be used by the young and old. It began with a trip to Japan. There, I met with and negotiated with some of the big Japanese auto dealers in Japan, in Tokyo, in Osaka, Japan. And I was so proud of myself, I thought I got some very good deals. But on my way home, I stopped to my mentor, a gentleman by the name of Julian Ferretti, one of my global mentors.
Not you, Sip, not you.
In West Palm Beach. And I was recounting this story of what I thought was such a great achievement, that I would cut the best deals ever. And as I started to tell him about the venture of my trip to Japan, I noticed his head fell in his hand, and he started shaking his head. And I got confused, and I said, Julian, what happened? He said, oh, my friend, they took advantage of you. I said, what? He said, the next time you want to go to Japan, you come to me, and I'll show you how to deal with those Japanese. And I thought about it. I couldn't sleep for nights. I just couldn't sleep. And one day I called him. I said, Julian, I want to take you up on that offer. I want you to go with me to Japan. He said, take your time. He said, I'll go with you, but this is what it's going to cost you. He said, you don't have to buy my ticket. Cool. You are going to have to take care of my accommodations. And you, Kramer, he said to me, you're going to have to pay me $500 a day. To which I said, Julian, that's a lot of money. He said, stay broke. Wow. But you and I know the wolf will always respond to a challenge. Me, a month later, Julian and I were on a trip to Japan.
Very good.
But I remember 2 weeks. It was a 2-week trip. 5 days into this 2-week trip, I said to him, Julian, you need to go back home. He said, what happened? I said, credit card choke. Julian took me and he said, son, don't worry, you and me. He pulled out his wallet, and all I could see is credit card rolling. He said, my brother, this is a $140,000 line of credit. But if we need more, I could get it. I just wanted to see if you were serious about your career.
Let's get touch and go key. Let's touch and go key.
How strategic the Japanese were. He showed me a lot of things about the way they did business. And one of the key to their success was patience. They would normally delay the serious negotiation just before the person traveling to Japan was able to go back home, knowing that they have the upper hand because they were exhausted. When I went back to Japan with Julian, and they would ask, Mr. Julian-san, how long are you here for? I don't know, a week, a month, 2 months, as long as it takes to get the deal we want. And I sat back and I watched my mentor. I said, Long story short, Julian negotiated so many deals with them. He had them extended to me a line of credit over $200,000. They were selling me buses and Japanese cars out of the Yang. I couldn't believe it. Julian also took the time and say, young man, it don't make no sense us coming all of this long distance and not enjoying ourselves while we're here. So he rerouted our trip to take in some more Asian cities on the way back. Needless to say, we both returned home with some great deals and also stress-free. Under the guidance of my mentor, I acquired some of the first nuggets to creating wealth. One, faith. You need to pursue, you need to believe in yourself. The second one, mentorship. You need to understand the importance of humbling yourself to be taught by your mentor. The other one was patience. And through another global mentor of mine, Millie Penelva, a lady I met, she was all but 4'6". But she looked up to me and said, little brother, as she introduced me to the Latino network. She took me to Brazil, to Paraguay, to Uruguay. She opened up my eyes to one of the 7 wonders of the world. She was a power broker. I recall when she took me to meet a gentleman called Don Bernotti in Paraguay. When we went down to a state, I could recall Don Bernotti was a shipping magnate. He had over 200 travel agencies. When we entered to the state leading up to the mansion, this long road along the way was built with long cobblestone rocks. The foliage was like, it was magnificently manicured. When we got there, he had this mariachi band, these guys dressed up in uniform playing. I said, wow, what is this barefoot boy from Nassau doing here? I had to pinch myself. And when he greeted me at the door, Don Bernotti said to me, hey, Lamberto, welcome to Paraguay. He said, if you ever need money, come to me. I said, my Lord, what I was facing my time today. I thought I hit the jackpot. Then he said, you come to me, and we'll go looking for it together. Millie took me to a trade show in Brazil. And at this trade show, I started to repent to my Spanish teachers for not remembering all the words and the language. This was where, under one house, where I saw the most beautiful women in the world. And they were all gesturing to me, and all I could do, Toastmaster Chucky's laugh and smile and wonder what they were saying. Later on, Millie said to me, little brother, do you know I had to save you? Don't you know all of those girls were asking me for the room that you were staying at? But I told them, he's a happily married man, and I promise his wife, nobody will touch him on this trip. I thought today, where was Rosetta Stone at that time? Whenever I returned home, I would compare notes with my international mentors, with the mentor I had right in my very home, with Daddy Dot, my father. And I remember he always taught a little parables. He'll give you a little droplets, a little words along the way. Turn around, horse, he said, never win any race. Slow fire, he used to say, keep constant heat. And then from the Supreme Mentor, he would also say, where there's no vision, the people perish. My dad was passionate. The only lesson he did not teach was a lesson on how to quit. And so I got that spirit of resilience from him. Anytime you get knocked down, you get right back on up. So the whole idea is that you never quit. It's never over until you win. Daddy Doc's, one of the most impactful lessons to me was once when I left the bank to manage his jitney company. And I said to him one day, I said, Daddy, we have a little situation. He said, what it is? I said, one of the windshields for the bus was broken. I said, the only people who have that is Executive Motors. But it cost over $2,000. He said, son, before I spend over $2,000 for windshield, I make one myself. I was kind of concerned because I didn't want to see my dad do something that he could say something that he could not back up. And so he said, he had me go down to Nassau Plastic to meet a good friend of his, Mr. Eldon, who operated the place. And he had him cut out a frame. I asked Mr. Eldon, I said, my dad said, cut this out. He said, no, don't tell your dad, I went to college for this thing. He's going to waste his money. He's my good buddy. I wouldn't do it. I went back home and said, Daddy, Mr. Eldon said, this thing can't work. You can't take the band, this, that, and that. He said, son, you go back to Mr. Eldon. If you come back without that windshield, it's going to be me. When I came back, he cut the stuff, and about a week later, our old man set up a mold. He took a little hair dryer, and he started to heat the plastic until he got it to fit into that bus. He said, now, you tell Mr. Eldon, I don't have his college degree, but to show him the windshield inside the bus. I went back down and Mr. Eldon held his head. And he said to me, it wasn't that long before my dad was doing this for other bus operators. And soon, the dealer dropped the prices on the windshield. You see, your mentor is your coach. He will keep you focused. When all around you are coaching you to quit and throw in the towel, your mentor will teach you that you have wealth, that wealth is within your reach once you are willing to reach within. Too often we give up or we give in when we ought to be giving it all we've got. This human propensity is heightened when in times of uncertainty. My travel around the world have taught me that we live in one of the wealthiest countries in the world. Attracting riches is not a matter of luck. It requires humility, submission to leadership, and a determination to build lasting relationships. Building wealth is really about building character and taking action on good advice. You see, I've found, my friends, that real wealth has little to do with how much money you have in the bank. It has little to do with what type of car you drive, where you live, what type of fine clothes you can wear, or what expensive jewelry you can buy. It's not about the bling bling. Consider Warren Edward Buffett, widely hailed as one of the wisest investors in the world. In 2008, he was named by Forbes magazine as the wealthiest man in the world. But if you look at his lifestyle, Mr. Buffett still resides in the home that he purchased in 1958 for $31,500. His base salary is still $100,000. He does not carry a cell phone and does not have a laptop in his office. You see, his legacy is established by giving the largest charitable donation, over $30 billion, to Bill and Melinda Gates. You see, I'll ask you again, examine the life, past and present, of Michael Gerard Tyson, better known as Iron Mike.
Alexander.
You see, you would learn the importance of choosing the right mentor. See, this former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world was once described as the baddest man on the planet.
Iron Mike.
After the passing of his true mentor, Gus D'Amato, he was promoted by Don King. And Mike Tyson in the height of his career, earned over $300 million. However, in 2003, he had to declare bankruptcy. Dusty Amato had set up a fund. He wanted Mike Tyson to never earn less than $250,000 every year for the rest of his life. However, when Don King took him under his wing, and Mike Tyson got in a situation where he needed a lawyer, Don King had him break that trust, and had him spend money on a tax lawyer to defend him in a rape case. Well, you know the story. You see, today Tyson's net worth is said to be about $1 million. But you see, in his life, he would have experienced betrayal, alcohol and drug abuse, and ultimately abandonment and imprisonment. See, like Eddie Minnis would say to him, Mike was success at his best. But his friends later said, Mike, we don't want you no more since your money gone. Fast forward to the year 2014, and I and Mike, under the mentorship of the little guy Spike Lee, small in structure compared to Don King, and hardly the loud voice of a Don King. However, now he has Mike doing a one-man show called The Undisputed Truth. Now you would find a more self-actualized Mike, who can appreciate the value of peace of mind without the entourage and the other drama that haunted him. You see, in life, fellow Toastmasters, seldom does one truly achieve success overnight. What I say to you in choosing your mentor, do not be cheap. When you call a Toastmaster to be your mentor, you don't have to be cheap. I can tell you, me personally, when I call people to mentor me, I take full advantage of their time. I would probably set up a lunch or a breakfast meeting with them that I pay for. Why? Because if you're going to call your mentor, you need to take a written plan and let them know that you're prepared so they can give you proper evaluation. It's not by chance that Toastmasters have as part of our program a mentor, particularly for new Toastmasters. I'm going to leave you with this. Your success does not have to be high tension. It does not have to be high stress. With a good mentor, a clear vision, and principled values, you can achieve. You can succeed. And yes, you can also be a millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire? By show of hands.